Good morning and welcome back to Dustinbed. I'm Dustin, and today we're going to be talking about Female Trouble starring Divine. This is the Criterion Blu-ray release. Let's see. Released in 1974, spine number 929. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go through the packaging first, and then we'll talk about the movie a bit. So, got the cover here. Trying to get the glare off of it. Got Divine with the beehive thing going on. I think in the movie it was a mohawk, but on here it kind of looks like a beehive. Here's the back. How close can you read that? I think you can read that. Look at that. In the video I did for Haxon, watch that if you haven't seen it. I tried to hold it up to the camera and you couldn't read it, but I think there it looked okay. So you could see if you paused, you could read the little description and look at the bonus features, which I'll list off quickly. So there's a 4K transfer, which is great. The movie looks really nice considering, because I think it was filmed on 16 millimeter. Can't talk. You can never talk for these videos. If you've seen more than one of these, you know. Let's see. There's an audio commentary. I didn't get to check that out yet. I rewatched this a few weeks ago, and I was like excited because I've already seen this, but I saw it again, and I was like, you know what? I got this YouTube channel now, and I'm gonna talk about it. And then weeks passed, and I didn't do it, but now I am. So here it is. So I saw most of the bonus features, but I'm not gonna really be able to talk about them in as much detail as I could have when I first saw it. So apologies there. But maybe that's a reason for you to go out and buy the Blu-ray and you can watch them yourself. I don't know. It's good. I'll tell you about that in a second anyway. So there's a conversation between John Waters and critic Dennis Lim. I remember that being pretty funny. John Waters was talking about like the production of the movie and how cheap everything was. They didn't have much of a budget. None of those early John Waters movies had much of a budget, so they really had to stretch everything thin and use people's houses for sets and stuff like that. Kind of fascinating. When you see the movie, it does look kind of low budget, but it also kind of doesn't, because the outfits are awesome. Everything Divine wears is toward the end of it they get pretty crazy. And toward the beginning, it's kind of... in the beginning, it's set in I want to say the 50s or something. It's set in the past. Sorry. Come on, focus now. Focus with me. I'm losing focus. Let's talk about the rest of the bonus features, and then I'll talk about the movie like I was saying. There's some archival interviews with a bunch of the cast. Talk with Divine, some deleted scenes, some behind-the-scenes documentary footage, and an essay in this booklet I'll whip out real quick. Oh, here's the inside. Nice little cheetah print there. Oh, and there's the disc. Wiki. Here's your booklet. Divine looking fabulous. Ha! Some zebra print. I love all the prints. It's so tacky. I'm not going to go through the whole booklet. Here's a good little one to show you. Huh. So that happens in the movie. Anything for the sake of art. There's another one. Divine eating a big old donut. And show this one last. Divine with some... I can't see my own thing. It looks like oatmeal, kind of. To me, it looks like oatmeal, and glue mixed together and put on his face. that's an interesting discussion there, is like what pronouns would people refer to Divine as, but like John Waters always calls Divine a guy, like he, him. So that's what I do, because I figured John Waters, of anybody, would know the right pronouns for Divine. I mean, I don't know. Divine's unfortunately no longer with us, so he can't tell us what he'd prefer. In an interview in this, because at the time people were not so okay with like drag and stuff like that. So I think one of Divine's in an interview, and the interviewer asked Divine like, "Oh, are you a guy or a girl?" And I think Divine was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a guy. It's just I dress like a woman," or something like that. Anyway, that's a tangent. The movie itself. So it starts off in the past, and Divine is like a high schooler, and she's talking in the movie. Dawn Davenport, I believe, is the character's name. So she's wanting these cha-cha heels, and she wants them so bad, and her parents don't give them to her for Christmas. So she runs away, and when she's running away, this is like one of the best parts in the movie. There's a character also played by Divine, but he looks like he does without all the makeup on. It's like him as a dude. So it's Divine versus Divine, and he's like, they start doing it, or he's fucking himself. Excuse my language. Oh my god, it was so weird. Like, oh my gosh. I don't even know what else to say. It's going out of focus again. Come back. Come back. There we go. Oh my gosh. Such a weird part. I loved it. I love when John Waters just does such weird stuff, dude. It's... Anyway. Skips ahead. Dawn Davenport has a kid. And she's played by Mink Soul... I don't... Mink Stole, my bad. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm just... Let me see. Okay, so Dawn Davenport is going to get a hairdresser, and she gets one, and they like kind of get together, and it's super weird. Anyway, the crux of the movie is about Dawn Davenport getting with this couple, and they want to show off the like this disgusting stuff, and it's like all for the sake of art. And I don't know if it was on purpose, but the movie has a lot of like commentary on art. Like there's the famous I don't know how famous it is, but there's this great line in the movie of like, who wants to die for art? And the guy's like, me, and then she shoots him. And it's just, she gets the acid on her face, and then the couple is like, oh my god, that's awesome, let's take pictures of you. And she's so happy about like, oh my god, I'm beautiful now, like I'm covered in like scars, and it's awesome. And I don't know, it's a fun movie. At the end of the day, it's John Waters. If you've seen Multiple Maniacs, which is something I need to... There it is. I'm looking right at it. It's something I need to cover in the future, because it's a fun one too. Pink Flamingos, I hope, gets a Blu-ray release at some point. I need that in my collection, because that one's bonkers. Yeah, just go see Female Trouble. It's in the Criterion Collection. It looks fantastic with the 4K transfer. It's the best it's probably ever going to look. I really doubt that there's going to be a Female Trouble 4K. If it happens, I'll probably get it if I'm able to do 4K by then. I still need to get a 4K player. I mean, PS5 and the new Xbox, Xbox Series X, they'll have one. I'm going to get a PS5 at some point, I would assume, so I'll have a 4K player then. Anyway, see the movie. It's fun. Watch it with friends. Drink alcohol with friends and watch movie. do drugs with friends and watch movies. I don't care. Do what you want. It's your life. Like and subscribe. Comment if you want to see more junky reviews of fun kitsch mondo adjective movies. Good night.